But GG on the first soul.
Yeah, GG. Would you like to do a lore or lie as a reward?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Income.
All right. I'm ready. Are you ready
Yes,
for
yes,
a
I'm ready.
lore or lie?
Yes.
Okay. So, we have now encountered the vampire count factions, the one with all the zombies and stuff.
Yes, we did.
So, they have typically found themselves fighting a lot of the human factions. So, a lot of like the Empire and smaller city-states and things like that. And one of the famous vampire leaders is a fellow by the name of Conrad von Karstein. And he was once leading what was known as the Second Vampire War against the Elector Count of Marienburg. And his name was Helmut. And it just so turned out that Helmut was one of 3 heirs to the Great Imperial Throne, so the actual Empire Throne, the largest human faction in Warhammer Fantasy. And Helmut went off to fight against Conrad. And after defeating Conrad, he came back and claimed his rightful place as the heir and the emperor of the empire. And he managed to rule for some time before people started to notice a strange smell and a bit of decomposition. It was very unusual. And it turns out that when Helmut went out to fight against Conrad von Karstein, Conrad actually killed him, reanimated the body, and sent him back as a zombie to cause discord. Is that lore or is that lie?
I want this to be lore. I think this is super cool. I say lore.
It is lore. That is true.
Nice. I like that. That's really. It's so brilliant. I love it.
It's really fun.
I have a question. Do you know all of this? Like, have you... Because you said previously that you do some research and you look this up, right?
Yep.
Then when you read about it, do you remember? Like, have you heard all of this before? Or is that also new to you?
There's so much lore for Warhammer Fantasy that very often, like, I'll be reading something and I'll be like, I had no idea this was a thing.
Right.
Like,
okay.
We're pretty deep into the fantasy lore at this point. I've had to go to some pretty weird lengths to dig up old dusty tomes about the the Second Vampire War, for example.
That's really awesome, though.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there. There's some really good ones.
Absolutely, yeah. I like it.
Yeah, but imagine finding out that your great emperor is actually a reanimated zombie.
Yeah,
So,
puppeted by somebody else.
It'd be a great twist.
Yeah. Okay.
While we wait, though, do you want to do a quick little lore or lie?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, with dwarves, we've talked about dwarves before. They have... they're an ancient and grudge-like people. They like to hold a grudge. And they have some very interesting sports. We have mentioned Blood Bowl. I know you saw that before.
Yeah.
But one of their oldest games, in fact, the first known sport of the dwarves, is a game that involves a 5-a-side team where they will face off against each other, and they will capture imps and tie them to a post at either end of the field, and they'll have to protect those imps from being injured. This game is so old for the dwarves that they don't really play it that often anymore. But when they do, they call it retro imp slapping. Is this lore or is this lie?
That's a lie.
It is indeed a lie.
I do like it though.
saw
I
through
think it's
me.
really funny. How tall are imps? Like, are they considerably smaller than dwarves?
I don't know. Are there imps in the Warhammer Fantasy universe?
Oh, there aren't even any.
Um,
I didn't know.
Not that I recall.
Okay,
No.
okay. Well, never mind them. It's beside the point. Imps are like 2 feet? Maybe.
Yeah, I can't. There might be. I mean, it's more than. There we go. All right, it's finally loaded. It's more than possible that there is. I just cannot, for the life of me, recall.
Yeah, alright. Well, I don't know. But interesting. But they do have Blood Bowl. Is that it?
They do
that
have
true?
Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl is actually another a spin-off tabletop game whereby it's very much like American football, where they have different Warhammer fantasy races face off against each other in this. And there's a whole tabletop game. There's also a video game called Blood Bowl as well, if you want to check it out.
I remember seeing the video game at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like American football, but way more
Warhammer.
gruesome, and you can actually kill the other players.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
pretty
fun.
extreme.
Pixel Life, hello. It's good to see you
But
again.
yeah, sorry, I've kept you way over time, but
That's
thank you so
alright.
much again
No
for
worries.
playing.
Yeah,
it's been
thank
a
you
pleasure
too.
as always. I had a lot of fun.
We did, alright. Well, thank you then for playing Drongo. Thank you, Drongo's chat.
Thank you very much.